welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Jake Twito.
Yeah, man. Think I just got the hiccups. This is going to be awesome.
That's
What's
fun.
up?
You got a mute button over there?
Yeah, I'm going to work on it. Brought to you by Topo Chico.
Topo
the
Chico.
Greatest burping fluid in the world.
Oh, yeah. These apes don't burp, though. I was trying to think of a transition. I couldn't come up with one.
Yeah, no, I was trying to. Then I burped. A hiccup came in my head. I went, oh, no.
Caesar and them ain't burping. I'm
going to give you a hot take.
Hot take.
I don't hate this movie.
I don't either. It is not the
really
best.
Expected to absolutely hate it.
It is not the best of this franchise, but it is not a bad movie by any means.
I think knowing there's other movies, this is just a setup movie. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, not knowing there was going to be other movies, I would have watched it at the time and gone, well, this is bogus.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and this
pretty good setup.
This is really what launched us into, hey, we can shoot motion capture outside.
Yeah, this was the first movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was post... Wait a minute. No, when they came up with this... When this was greenlit, this was pre-2009. So this was pre-Avatar, post-Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I don't know when they shot this. It might have been around 2009, 2010. So they had... I mean... they had mostly done motion capture just on a blue stage at this point.
2010 is when filming started.
Okay, so this was like right after Avatar. Then. Yeah,
definitely.
So it was still relatively new. This was like the first thing to really shoot motion capture outside in daylight.
Yeah, and of course, the motion capture expert of the world is in this, Andy Serkis.
Yeah. The guy who knows how to act in it and knows how it's going to kind of be translated and can modify his performance to that. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's the beginning. It's a prequel.
Which is really weird because the next one is the dawn.
Dawn.
I don't know. I guess the sun rises.
It rises and then it's the dawn.
And then it's the war and then it's the kingdom.
Yeah. I think the kingdom is like, it is part of this franchise, but it's like kind of a start of a new franchise almost. I think they want to get like six more out of it.
Standalone.
I think I read somewhere.
Cool. Oh God, don't do that.
It's coming.
So this is a trilogy. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The story, a substance designed to help the brain repair itself, gives advanced intelligence to a chimpanzee who leads an ape uprising.
This sounds like COVID.
Yeah, but
sorry, that was supposed to be my brain.
The next movie is mostly you watch that post COVID and it's like, oh, yeah, that can happen.
That's lovely then.
Beautiful. A disease spreading that quick. Yeah, it can happen. Roger Moore of the Orlando Sentinel with our positive review. Audacious, violent, and disquieting. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a summer sequel that's better than it has any right to be.
What else came out that summer? I just want to know.
2011? That was... Gosh.
The Odds of March, 50-50. Ooh, Machine Gun Preacher came out that year.
Oh, I never saw that.
It's so bad. Contagion came out.
Had to be some Marvel movies that came out that year.
I don't think so, man. Moneyball came out. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Yeah. I guess Marvel...
I don't think any Marvels came out.
Marvel wasn't cranking them out yet.
Stupid Love.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. They were batching them for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, for us, Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. No, Captain America.
That was 2010, wasn't it?
2011.
2011?
Yeah.
That's right, because they had a post-credit scene for the Avengers.
Yep.
Good times. Man, I was in college, or graduating college. Good times. Anyway.
What was I doing? Yeah. I think I just graduated. I don't know. There's no telling. I can't remember 5 days ago, dude.
Stephanie Zakarik with our negative review from Movie Line. Too earnest and dour to be a silly bit of summer fun, but it's not exactly scientifically sound either. Okay.
That's a stupid review.
That is a dumb, like... It's first of all, the title is Planet of the Apes, so like let's calm down a little bit.
Yeah. It's not a fun movie in the summer. Just wanted to watch a fun summer movie. Then go watch a different one.
Yeah.
Don't watch this.
Well, I mean, it kind of is
no
your
offense.
job to watch this, but
most people kind of know about Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And understand a little bit. Even if you're a kid at this time, you probably get it.
Yeah.
So,
This one starts with some apes getting captured in the jungle.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it starts with all of them getting captured.
And it shows Caesar's mom.
I completely forgot.
Caesar, our main character,
Yeah.
it shows his mom getting captured.
Old Bright Eyes.
Bright Eyes, and then they end up in a lab in San Francisco, and they're testing drugs on these apes, and she starts.
Go ahead and give my first bull crap here.
Right.
There's no way they didn't know that she was pregnant.
I mean, it could have happened.
I don't know.
I sound like a kid from Angels in the Outfield. It could happen.
Oh, what a good movie. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Because the guy,
she gave birth to it.
Yeah, the handler says like they kind of they carry kind of shallow, I guess is what he said.
But wouldn't you see like fluids everywhere? I don't know.
Guess,
Let's keep on going.
Yeah, because I would assume ape birth is really similar to human birth.
They lay an egg, right?
Nope. Anyway,
well, that's what I heard. That's what Mama said.
That's what Mama said.
Mama. Well, it kind of sucks. Like, this is a depressing movie. A little bit for the apes.
Yeah,
the whole time. There's no point where I'm like, "Gay people."
Yeah, and these movies do a real good job of like making you root for an animal that doesn't really talk, but is still very expressive and emotive and makes you feel things, and that's due to the step in technology that we have.
And I'll tell you what, it's 2011. I thought the effects looked pretty good still.
Oh yeah, like
there's a couple like
compared to the other two movies, this one is like not
2011,
not great. Yeah, but it's still good for the time.
Oh really? All right. Yeah. So the tests go really good with Bright Eyes, and we figure out you get the name because their eyes turn green.
Yeah, she when they start testing the medication on her, it like changes the color of her eyes, and she's doing really good on this little puzzle of moving circles from one peg to from in between three pegs from one side to the other. And
I'd just be blown away that it like a monkey. I'm gonna say monkey.
We're gonna interchange ape and monkey. We know they're apes. Get over it.
That even it could follow the directions.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's crazy. It's following that test. I'm done. Let's pump someone with this drug.
I mean, we can teach apes sign language, so I'm assuming we could teach them like, hey, move this.
Hey, they can fly rockets, dude.
Yeah.
We'll never know if they got anywhere with it.
That's true.
I mean, never mind. Let's cut the chimp facts. I'm saving you on the edit. Let's go ahead.
So one day she starts freaking out in the lab, and first before that, we're introduced to our human protagonist, James Franco, who unfortunately never made any more movies after this. Don't look it up.
Was this his last one?
Yep, sure was.
Okay. I was gonna look it up, and I went, I'm gonna wait.
I think I don't know that, but for
no. He did The Disaster Artist.
I know. I was being facetious.
Okay. All right. Got it. Bingo.
Just don't. Yeah. Just James Franco.
He was in that TV show on HBO called The Deuce.
He was, but we're talking around the man that is James Franco.
Okay.
He has a father at home who has Alzheimer's, and he's really dedicated to finding a solution to it, and he's been working on this new drug for like 5 years, and he can't get.
I've got to. There's just one segment here. James Franco got his start of dancing like Elvis Presley. Wow, Elvis Presley for Pizza Hut.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Presley had a chimp.
Yeah.
Named Scatter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the Illuminati's real. Here's the evidence.
Michael Jackson had a ape named Bubbles.
Move.
So, yeah.
Hey, so anyway.
Speaking of talking around people, James Franco's character, his father has Alzheimer's at home. He's really working on this drug that he really wants to get pushed to human trials because they've had success with this ape. And during a presentation to the board, Caesar's mom loses her mind and breaks through the glass and gets shot on the table.
Incredible.
Yeah. So the whole thing gets shut down.
On the table, but it's like, whoa.
Yeah. So he snags a piece of it and takes it home. Well, actually, before that,
the assistant there's a baby.
Yeah, who put down the rest of the apes. He's like, I just put down all these apes. I'm not putting this one down. You do what you want with it. Or actually, he's going to look for a sanctuary, he says. But I guess that gets ignored later on.
I think because he gets fired and he's gone.
Yeah.
So Franco which that's crazy. I mean, I guess you hire a chimpanzee handler. You don't really fire the scientist. He can do other. Okay, I just proved my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes the chimp home, and then the next day, he struggle. His dad has his struggles, and we learn more about his situation at home. Caesar is able.
He also brings that Caesar home.
Yeah, but he brings Caesar home that night, and the next morning they realize, Caesar already knows to pick up a bottle, and drink it, and then Franco gets a closer look at him, and he's got the same green eyes that his mom had, so he figures out that drug passed to him.
Yeah, this movie sucks, actually. It makes you really like that monkey.
And so we have a montage of he gets older, he gets really smarter, he learns sign language, he can reason, he wears clothes for some reason. But
do you think he wears clothes so you can distinguish him from the other
I think so.
animals at some point?
I think so, okay. But eventually they get that little mark on him so you can distinguish him from the other apes. So basically Caesar's a really advanced ape. And then one day he sees kids playing with bikes in the yard next door. That neighbor, he goes.
Yeah, that neighbor.
He just goes from he just shoots to 11 real quick, very angry.
Yeah, that guy deserves to get.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he died of whatever.
Yeah,
monkey flu got vomited on him.
Yeah, he's the one that spread the flu everywhere because he was a pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the end, that's him sneezing at the airport, and there's blood on the floor.
I didn't even pick up on that was him.
Yeah,
okay,
because that handler comes around James Franco's house later on and sneezes on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Bingo.
But this guy has anger issues, first of all.
Yeah, he's got real problems.
I mean, I would be a little distressed that my neighbor had an ape too, because he finds Caesar in the garage, or that guy's kids find Caesar in the garage wanting to play with the bicycle, and he gets very angry and comes out there with a bat, and they have to bring Caesar back in the house. So anyway, James Franco has done all this research, and he's brought it home, and he realizes that he starts giving it to his dad in small doses and starts to see major improvement.
Yep, but actually, so he does that and he's improving, but then you get the love interest introduction of...
Yeah.
He gets hurt at the bat with the neighbor, and they take him to the zoo.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a specialist that stitches him up and is amazed at how smart Caesar is.
Whose name is Caroline.
That's before the time jump. Sorry, there's a time jump that happens right there too.
Well, he hasn't, he's 3 years old at this point, and then he gets scratched. And then there's another time jump where James Franco and this veterinarian's relationship has progressed, and Caesar's 8 or 11 at this point.
Math. I'm not a monkey, and I don't have this drug.
He's maturer, at least, and they take him to the Redwoods, which I'd love to go to the Redwoods and see him.
Yeah, that'd be tight. I don't think I want to go to San Francisco anymore. But
no, it's the forest moon of Endor.
Is it really?
That's where they shot it.
That makes a lot of sense. I always figured that had to be there, but never. Yeah. Look, that makes sense.
And then Caesar sees a dog with a collar, and he has a collar on, and being the smart ape that he is like, wait a minute.
Something's not right
I'm
here.
not human. I don't like this. I don't like having a collar on. This isn't good.
He does the power move of not sitting in the back, sitting in the front.
He don't get on the tailgate.
Apparently,
yeah.
Andy Serkis improvised that. That was his idea, and I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
It makes sense for the character. He sees the collar, and then he sees the collar on his neck. He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm getting in the back seat. And
here's the wild thing. It wasn't until like a couple weeks before they started shooting that they convinced Andy Serkis to be in the movie.
Really?
Yeah. He wasn't attached until like 2 weeks before.
Good for them.
Weta Digital said, you need to do this guy. You need to use him. You need to use him. And like a couple weeks before production started. So think of the chaos or crap this could have been.
Oh, this could have been terrible.
Yeah, we could have been making fun of this. I haven't made fun of it yet.
Because this franchise could have died without Andy Serkis and Matt Reeves later on directing the last two movies.
Yeah.
Whew.
So we get home. Charles, and I think his dad's name's Charles.
Yeah.
Starts slipping up. He's eating cereal and the spoon's backwards, and even worse, Caesar corrects it.
Caesar has to turn it around, and James Franco realizes that his dad's body has built up antibodies to the serum or drugs or whatever, and
it's coming back full force because now he's got a hybrid Alzheimer's.
Yeah. So in the meantime, he tells his boss.
What a great lesson to not mess with this crap, by the way.
Exactly. If you work for a pharmaceutical company, don't bring your work home and then test it on your family.
Yeah.
But before at work, though, he's told his boss basically, hey, I've been testing my dad with this stuff. It works. And
I love his boss doesn't call the police.
Yeah. He's like, oh.
I'm like, got it.
So we've already had a human trial. So we'll start a whole new trial with apes. And then we're introduced to the ape Koba, who is...
Koba? That's named after Stalin, by the way.
Makes sense.
Stalin during the war or battles against Georgia. Yay, I'm good. I've got my history. Anyways, that's useless.
Koba has done the rounds in the testing labs. He's already pretty smart.
Yeah, give me a cookie.
Yeah, he already knows the drill with the cookie, and so they test him with the gas, and he knocks some things loose, and a hose comes loose, and a guy's mask comes off. The handler's mask comes off, and that's supposed to be.
He doesn't even have the bottom straps attached the entire time. I'm just sitting there going, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is no." I've been in not something like that crazy, but I've been in those environments. They don't let you in.
Yeah,
the doors don't open.
Yep.
No way. No way. Pharmaceutical people don't play games.
Unfortunately, as a society, we know way too much about masks now that we've been through COVID. And
what's COVID?
I wish we could do that.
That'd be
what's
rad.
COVID?
Yeah.
COVID's getting smarter, but that's back burner item.
Yeah, because Charles has a big fit and sees a car outside.
Mm-hmm.
And he decides, I want to get in this car. Vroom, vroom.
And
which Caesar can see.
Neighbor. Which brings out our crazy neighbor, who probably should know that the guy next door has Alzheimer's. Should be aware.
That's my biggest gripe. That's my biggest problem in the movie. I know you might be ticked. He just wrecked your car. But, dude, you left your keys in your car.
Yeah, you left your keys in your car out front of your house in San Francisco.
I guess you're supposed to do that, though. Or leave it unlocked, not the keys in the car. But
And
it's 2011. There's not poop everywhere.
And like for him to be that mad and then call the police, like the guy has Alzheimer's. Like he lives next to you.
Yeah.
You know that his son's trying to take care of his dad. But anyway, Caesar sees him being what he deems as attack when really it's just a finger in the chest, and then Caesar goes and bites that dude's finger off.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I was not expecting the finger to be dismantled.
Mm-hmm. So,
but because of that, Caesar's got to go bye-bye. He's going into an ape shelter.
Yeah.
That looked like heaven, but as soon as I saw freaking Draco Malfoy, I went, this is bad.
And
no.
It's Draco Malfoy and dude from Succession, Brian Cox.
Yeah. I would, oh man, I can't words. I was so like, oh, this is great. He's going into this nice habitat.
What did you think about the damn dirty ape line he got?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Just a little.
He didn't earn that, in my opinion. And it's just not a good line to begin with. Like in the 60s, it was like whatever, but it's a famous line, but like it's not great. I don't think anybody could deliver that and sound serious.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, Draco Malfoy's running the ape sanctuary.
I guess I should be polite and call him Tom Felton because Lord knows the boy's probably trying to shake Harry Potter still, but...
This is true. Yeah, we wouldn't call Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter.
Oh, no way. He's definitely Harry Potter.
Yeah, he is Harry Potter, unfortunately. Yeah, look at that bank account, Daniel. You're Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, you're dipping back in. Y'all are going to read the book. The original cast is narrating the book for a new Audible book.
Well, yeah, they did that during COVID.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
It might just be coming out then.
Probably. Oh, well, I mean, it sounded like they were in their homes, like they each took a chapter. But
okay.
They probably did go to like a studio and re-record it. But
money.
Yeah.
John Lithgow.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember his name.
Sorry. Third Rock from the Sun.
I need to watch that show. I've watched like one episode.
We used to have crazy, like, wild premise sitcoms that worked for some reason.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, and I
just weird.
I can't name a sitcom past 2011 that has worked. That everybody's like, I love this show. Maybe Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Big Bang Theory is like whatever. Like
it's popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but it sounded cool to say.
So Caesar is stuck, and the amount of emotion that Andy Serkis is able to portray with the dots and the suit, and then push up against the glass, and
yep,
it's like y'all could have whiffed and not got Andy Serkis for this.
Just even like when he gets to into the area with all the chimpanzees, all the primates for the first time, man, you feel real bad for that thing, and whatever, it's an animal. I don't know. I look at my dogs and I feel happy too, though. So I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that. I just heard a dog shake downstairs.
Imagine your dog being able to show emotion like an ape. It had the facial muscles to show emotion as like an ape.
Let me get him up here. I've been pumping them with ALZ 192. So at the same time, the Koba stuff is going good in parallel. But they are testing it, and he takes it home to give it to his dad.
Yes.
But what he doesn't realize is when Franklin got exposed, Franklin's been going downhill.
Yeah.
He's coughing up blood.
Been getting sick.
And he dies.
Yep.
But no, we're going to go give Dad the untested thing, and he dies right away, dude.
Yeah,
there's
immediately.
No hesitation.
Yeah, I think his immune system was already gone at that point.
I did not realize that he died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was weird. That was quick.
Yeah.
Whoa. And not ceremonial or anything.
Yeah. So James Franco quits his job, and he's done. And he tries to tell his boss, like, hey, this drug kills people. Like, we haven't seen the handler in a while. Like, People are getting this. It does something to people, and his boss is like, "We don't care. It cures Alzheimer's. We're gonna make money."
And then, parallel as well, Caesar's begun his uprising at this point. He's figured out how to make friends with the biggest guy in the place.
Because he gets
made friends with whatever the Serkis primate is.
Maurice.
I don't know what kind of monkey that is.
Maurice, who becomes one of the best characters as this franchise goes on.
Oh, I'm down with that.
He becomes like Caesar's morality and like advisor.
I can see that now.
Yeah.
Of introducing it.
And
Caesar tricks everybody, gets out.
Yep.
Or finds a way to get out.
Figures out that he can pop open, because he's smarter than everybody else. He gets up on top of that tree and realizes he can open that window at the top and
goes back home and steals the canisters from the fridge. I was like, dang, dude, that's cold. You didn't even
like stops and looks in the bedroom. That's weird. Like that scared me to death.
Oh yeah. I didn't know where. Yeah. I was like, oh boy, this is about to be a weird movie.
Yeah.
But
grabs the canisters, pokes a hole in them, throws them down the hallway, and Apes get smart.
Everybody can think now.
Mm-hmm.
That's just that the Maurice, just the smart ape.
Yeah.
No human like, and then points at them and like, no smart. Like, we'll fix that. Oh
yeah, because like that's the first time that Caesar does the apes together strong bit with the sticks, which becomes like their symbol later on. And he's like, apes are dumb. They're always going to fight. And he's like, you're right. Let me pump them with some green gas. And while he takes the cookies and gives one to Rocket, who's the guy that bullied him on his first day, but also becomes his lieutenant later on. Rocket doesn't get enough credit in these movies. He's like on Caesar's side after this.
Yeah, I was not expecting all of them to just. I thought he'd have to fight everybody.
Mm-mm.
It's like, no, okay, you get some brain power and you understand.
Mm-hmm.
We should work together. That's it.
And then one of my favorite shots is Brian Cox going into the office and is leaving for the day, and he looks out the window, and Caesar's standing in front of like a whole gallery full of apes and orangutans, and
so good.
They all disperse, and Caesar just turns around. He's holding court.
I'm trying. I mean, this thing starts flying at this point. I don't think we do a lot more with Will. Here.
Not really. No, Will tries to come and get him.
No,
and he like tries to bribe the guy, and then tries to get him out. And Caesar closes the gate on him, and
that sucked.
Then goes and gives a bag of cookies to Rocket, and Rocket gives everybody a cookie, and then that starts to uprising a little bit. And one time, so the plan is apparently everybody goes back in their thing except for Caesar. Draco comes over there with the taser, and Caesar speaks for the first time. He says no, very loud. That'd freak you out because he's not supposed to talk.
I poop my pants.
I poop my pants.
Yeah, straight poop.
Because that's kind of like how it is in the very first movie from the '60s. Like Charlton Heston's like, they're not supposed to be able to talk. Well, no, the apes are like, hey, the human's not supposed to be able to talk. Something ain't right.
Hey, man, let me ask you something. I just thought about something. John Lithgow's in this movie. Do you think this is a continuation of Harry and the Henderson? I just realized he was in that movie.
I just realized that too now that you said that. I don't think so.
You never
Go
know.
on!
You never know, baby.
Get out of here!
Lord, it's either that or the continuation of Shrek. One of the two.
Yeah, because he's Lord Farquaad.
Oh, he's the champion Farquaad, baby. Yeah. Dude, the animal uprising in that's bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I don't know why I didn't see this movie before. This is fantastic.
Once they bust out the sanctuary, they run over to the lab and just... That would be frightening. Like, you just see a stampede of apes, like who are already 10 times stronger than we all are, running at you.
The best is when they're at the zoo.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, they're over here now. Oh, no. The question I had, did they gas up the zoo apes too? Because
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm assuming they took more drugs.
Yeah, they went to the lab first, and then they went to the zoo after they busted.
Okay.
And in the meantime,
busting up the lab or stealing.
Yeah, Koba has learned to write, because he writes that CEO's name, and he gets all excited, which I would not be excited if a sinister-looking ape wrote my name and then turned and looked at me.
I couldn't figure out if they're gonna make him his friend all of a sudden or not.
Nope.
No, I thought right.
Yeah. So all the apes were running. Basically, the plan is for all the apes to get to the redwoods because that's where Caesar loves and that's where he wants to settle down. And I also like the stuff they throw in where he doesn't want to just kill every human. Like he even stops some apes from killing people. He's like,
if he can, he stops it.
This one's not doing anything to us. Let's not kill him. You know, they mostly scare a lot of humans out the way, especially the animal control guy that shot that shotgun and netted up one of those apes. They
also do want to mention that Jacobs.
Yeah.
When you said he wrote his name out, it reminded me. Idris Elba was marked to play that. The guy Jamie Foxx.
That's too small of a role for Jamie Foxx.
I think that's why what happened. And then the other one was I can't say his name right. Jamon Honsu. Gladiator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I say that actually right? The first name I ever hit.
It's a silent D.
Taika Waititi, baby. Let's do it.
But they got David Oyelowo. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think this is his first big movie.
I think so. It was like when I fired this up, I was like, oh, that's that guy. He played. He was recently in a really good series on Paramount Plus. Lawman Bass Reeves.
I hadn't seen it. I've seen the trailers.
About a black marshal post Civil War out in the West. It's really good. He was in the
I know
the Watchmen series at the beginning. That kid's watching a little short movie. That's Bass Reeves. That's who he plays, but not in the Watchmen series.
He's in a Run the Jewels music video.
Yeah.
That's all I know him from almost, but
played Martin Luther King
good
too.
Was that in Selma?
Yes.
Yeah, Selma.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what the name of that movie actually was. I haven't seen it.
I didn't either. So we're going to the Redwoods, and then we get our big showdown on the San Francisco Bridge. But
the bridge.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think of that patrolman on the horse that tried to take on like an 800-pound gorilla with a horse and a baton?
Yeah, that's about the dumbest thing. Like they should have like a tank.
Yeah,
or Jeep.
I've got ticket jumpers on the subway with this thing. I can run at an 800-pound gorilla and beat him senseless. He's not going to pick up my horse and throw me.
I can pick up that horse and throw it. That's all I got to say.
There's nothing.
For people that are just listening, I have giant muscles and I can.
Sure.
I bench press thousands.
There's nothing about a gorilla that makes me go, yeah, I could survive that.
No, dude, I saw Congo.
Yeah.
In the 90s. I'm good. Nah, I won't win.
Have you seen like videos on the internet where like gorillas at the zoo?
Yep.
Like kind of crack that glass that we all look at them at. Like,
I've seen those. I've seen videos of like violent gorillas in real life with people. I know I'm good. I've seen enough of that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to ever think about it.
Koba was based on a gorilla that had was known for killing ape babies.
Okay. That's crazy that they're basing real gorillas after real gorillas.
Yeah. Okay. Caesar was based on some other gorilla that was very smart and knew sign language very well. So,
who played Koba?
It was not Toby Kebbell in this movie. It was somebody else. Toby Kebbell plays him in the other two.
Okay, well, that's what I was curious. I was like, I swear Toby Kebbell did this, but
Toby Kebbell also was in Kong and also played Kong.
And he's a rock and roller. Okay.
And was also in a terrible Fantastic Four movie.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't see that. I did not even go near that movie.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Bad.
Who was he? Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, that's cool, but...
Fun fact, Tim Blake Nelson from last week was in that movie as well.
Who was he in that movie?
He was some government guy.
That's Watchmen you're thinking of, Preston, actually.
No.
The TV show.
He's also in Watchmen, but he's also in Fantastic. If you look at the title, that's how it's like. There's a 4 in the middle of Fantastic.
Oh, and you said it, and it was like, oh no. Well, the thing I hate the most here is my boy Buck dies.
He does.
Yeah. What a glorious death.
A lot of apes die. Chopper comes down that had the CEO guy in it with the cops for some reason. I don't know why he was able to hitch a ride with the cops.
Never would have been allowed.
Yeah. And Koba pushes that chopper right overboard, right over the side of the original shot for that was Caesar was going to do that. They were going to try to give him more of a gray area kind of personality, but they were like, nope, let's give that to Koba.
Well, good. I don't know anything that happens. I haven't seen any of them at all. I know very little.
Gosh, you're going to love them.
Good they didn't, because I was like, God, don't let Caesar go to the dark side this fast. Let's not.
The third movie is really where Caesar's struggling to like be good. So that's where Maurice comes into play with the moral compass in the third movie. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. Make it to the Redwoods, basically, and Caesar speaks for the second time, and he tells James Franco, Caesar is home.
And the weirdest thing ever, James Franco just disappears from this
You
film
don't
series
ever see James Franco in another movie in real life. You never see him again. We don't know what happened to him, and we're not going to look it up and see what happened to him.
Hold on one second. Oh, okay. Didn't see anything.
This movie is solid 8.5 for me.
I think it's sort of like a 8.2, and I think I was just shocked that I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I really, as the namesake of this podcast, I really went, oh, maybe I should have actually given this a shot, because it was not bad at all. I was dreading it. I was like, I don't want to watch this bull crap.
The second movie,
and then I watched it and went, oh.
The second movie, Dawn, is on par with The Dark Knight in terms of sequels.
All right. We'll see.
It's high praise, but
we'll see. And next week, as spoilers ahead, we're doing The Dawn.
The Dawn.
Oh, and the movie does end. We already alluded to it.
Yeah,
I guess this is a big deal in Dawn.
Yes.
Is the flu goes.
Dawn opens up with that and explains that.
Okay.
So yeah,
I know nothing about. No, I'm not going to guess it because I don't want you to tell me. Never mind.
Cool.
I was going to ask what the flu does. Don't want to know.
We find that out what really happens with it in the third movie. In the second movie, humanity's like half gone.
All right, I got thoughts, but I don't want to say it. So.
So now we move on to what we watching, what we playing, what we reading, what we doing.
I don't even remember. I may have said this last week. I'll say it again. X-Men 97 finished it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I hope they do so many more things just like that.
Yeah, they're
go ahead and wear out your welcome with those.
Well, we're getting a second season, so
yeah, and then we'll see about.
Dude, like,
I don't care if they make the other ones. Do Spider-Man.
Give me animated and live action Daredevil. Like, I know we're getting live action Daredevil. Give me that animated Daredevil.
That'd be tight.
Just give me all the Daredevil.
That's what I want. And I want Spider-Man. I feel like the 90s Spider-Man had so many of those tie-ins with other people.
It had tie-ins with the X-Men, and Daredevil showed up. Doctor Strange showed up.
I didn't realize. I had to rewatch it. I don't know why. I didn't think about it. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, shoot, they closed the Spider-Man story. You know, Spider-Man ends, and it's like, where's Mary Jane? I'm Madam Web.
She's back. She's alive.
She's back. And I was like, oh. All right. Nice.
We'll show you that now. It took me a while to figure out, like, why are they holding on the shot? It's like, oh, that's Mary Jane. Oh, look at that.
I didn't the first time. I had to go back. And I went, wait a second.
Yeah. But like those cameos went quick. It was like Captain America, Iron Man, Daredevil. Daredevil was the only one fighting in the streets, trying to keep order.
Yeah.
What?
Everyone else is just standing around.
Captain America, Iron Man just standing around in the White House. What y'all doing?
I meant to tell you, too, Tobey Maguire was supposed to be the lead actor in this.
I read
Speaking
that
of Spider-Man.
in my research as well. He was supposed to be James Franco's character. Kind of wish that would have happened.
Me too. But you know what? Hey, ifs and
buts were candies and nuts, then every day would be Dunkfest.
No. Whoa. Dunkathon. Okay. Cool. That's about it. Tomorrow, I know this is probably what I should say next week. Tomorrow, a show on Netflix comes out called Tires that I'm going to watch.
I'm really excited about that.
It's already got picked up for a second season.
Good.
And I bought Paul Scheer's new book.
Okay.
Or his only book. You do How Did This Get Made at all? It's interesting. So gonna read that. I hope probably have some time to actually do that instead of just work. So what you been watching, dude?
I'm still in the middle of reading the Prestige. I turn that on when I can and listen to little bits at the time. I'm playing Mad Max. I started that up on that came out like 10 years ago. Came out when the Fury Road came out.
Yeah. Okay. I remember this.
I've started it several times and never finished it. I plan to finish it this time.
Is it fun or is it?
Oh yeah,
buggy.
I mean, there's a lot. Okay. It is very good. There's a lot of like going around collecting stuff and upgrading the vehicle and yourself, but they make it fun. It's not repetitive. Like all the little bases and challenges are all different. So
that's cool. Telling me it's not Assassin's Creed. Awesome.
It's not. No, you can't even jump, which would be helpful.
I've never actually seen Mel Gibson jump in real life, so that works. Yeah.
I am excited for that new Assassin's Creed though. Like the one they just came out with that haven't come out yet, but like they showed the trailer and it's in Japan.
It does look good.
That might get me back in.
I already kind of got lost because there's loot boxes or pay to play.
I mean, it's Ubisoft. They're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's how things are now.
I am really excited about the Star Wars Outlaws that they made.
Yeah, that's gonna be tight.
That looks like a lot more fun than Assassin's Creed. What else?
Yeah.
What have I been watching? What have I seen? What have I watched something. What did I watch? I don't know. I started True Lies. Didn't finish it.
What is that?
James Cameron, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis from the 90s.
Dude, never seen it, but you said the Schwartz, so that tells me that I probably should.
Yeah, it was in that time where it's like, who's an action star? Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he has a German accent. Yeah, it don't matter.
He's okay. Put him in it. No.
Yeah. It was like, oh, action role, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, well, can we move on from this, please? Like, but
yeah, we want to have a secret agent that's from probably Connecticut.
Because they
I'll do it.
They have to in all those movies. They have to explain why he's obviously from Austria and is a U.S. operative. It's like,
but that's one of my favorite things. Is how are they going to do this?
Yeah,
how are they going to do it? I just want to know.
Yeah,
that's it.
But that's what I've been doing. So next week is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Just go ahead and grab your pants.
Mm-hmm. Directed by Matt Reeves.
I thought he did this one too, and that's where I was like, I like this movie, but I was like, oh, this kind of sucked if Matt Reeves did it actually.
No,
but
Matt Reeves like elevates a story about Planet of the Apes. And it makes you feel things for animals.
I don't feel anything about anything.
Yeah. So
I don't know why I was good.
Yeah, that's next week. So if you have a suggestion for a movie we should do, you can send that secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram and tell us all sorts of weird things, or don't comment.
Ooh, yeah, real weird. Let me know. Let me know what your favorite kind of pancake is.
Yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube. Leave the comments. Like it. All that fun stuff. Dislike it. I don't care if you do either one. It's still engagement. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week unless Jake, you have any last words for us before we end?
Nah, I think I've said my piece. We all should just band together and crap in unison at the same time. And then, if you're really bored, try getting some of your buddies to go around in your office and your schools and get on the toilet at the same time and deuce and flush all at once.
We'll see.
Berman Supreme.
We'll see you next week with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.